Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing about something good, and it's a good news. So we'll be discussing about the new rules by Finnish Immigration Service for students and researchers who want to come to Finland for their studies. And it's really a good news. We're going to discuss about what it has been and what has changed and what it is now. And you can compare and contrast, and you can tell it's a very good news. So if you're interested in this news, keep watching this video. Hi, my name is Loveth, and here in our YouTube channel we discuss about studying and living in Finland. We also talk about relationship topics and lifestyle in general. So if you're new here, you're welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. So let's get to today's video. The good news is that Finnish Immigration Service is giving students starting from the 15th of April who are coming here for their studies, they will be getting a full duration of their studies, the residence permit that covers the duration of their studies. So if, for instance, your studies is going to take 3.5 years, which is like the normal duration for the degree programs here in Finland, then you are going to get a straight away residence permit that is going to cover those full years, the whole year. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Like, this is the greatest news. Like, you know, for people who come to Finland when you had to get like every year, every new permit, every year you have to make new application, every year you have to worry about these things, and it's like a relief to hear that Finnish Immigration Service has decided to remove this burden away from students. Another good part of this new rule is that it's not just only that you're going to get a straight 4 years or straight 1.5 years like permit. You are also going to just need to prove your financial ability, your financial support just for 1 year. The requirement is for 1 year. For instance, like previously we used to have like 560 euros per month, which like totals up to 6,720 euros per year. So you have to pay that every year, or at least have to show that you have that every year, that you're renewing your study permit. But now you just have to like right there and then when you're applying from your home country or where you are, you just have to make the application once and proof for your financial support. It's just required for just 1 year. That is like the 6,720 euros. And after that, the decision comes and you have like granted 3.5 years. Oh my God. I don't know how it's just beautiful. Like, I don't know how to say, but it's great news, honestly. They also improved the rules in the working hours. Before, for a student, you have to just work for 25 hours per week. But in this new rule, students can work up to 30 hours per week. And that's great because, of course, you can be able to make more money and support yourself. So it's already an improvement as well as regards to helping the students to financially be able to support themselves, or at least help themselves the much they can. And in the process of being wowed by these new rules, they included something incredibly great. Students who graduate from Finland will be granted, when they apply for a permit as job seekers, they are going to get like 2-year permit to seek for a job. Before, it was like 1-year permit, and you have to do it from here in Finland while your residence permit, your study permit, is still valid. But the new rule now says you can apply for it. You could get 2 years for it, and you can apply for it from anywhere, like from your home country, from Finland, while your current residence permit is valid or not, and you have up to 5 years after graduation to, oh my goodness, you have 5 years after graduation to, you know, still have the right to still make this application for job seeking permit. So what this does to Finland is not just about like proving that Finland wants you as a student who graduated from Finland to stay in Finland. It's not just that. This actually makes people, gives the right people, like kind of provides Finland with the right people who actually want to stay in Finland. Because most of the time people want to explore, you know, they studied here for 4 years and they would like to, you know, probably work for a year or probably for 6 months, and they feel like maybe it could be just better somewhere else. Maybe they try some other country, they go back to their home country. You know, the what if always is like boiling in people's minds and wondering, oh, maybe I shouldn't be here, maybe I should be somewhere else. So what this particular thing does, this particular rule of having to still apply for over 5 years after graduation, is that people get the chance to, you know, explore. People get the chance to decide for themselves if they really want to be a part of Finnish society, if they really want to stay here. They have you, like, let's say, middle of 4 years after graduation to go and try other places, to probably go back to their home country to decide for themselves what they want actually. And when they do, they come to Finland. When they come back to Finland, they are making a decision to stay. And that's a good thing, because people decide they want to be here and it is their own personal choice. They don't feel like, oh, maybe because my permit is about to expire, I don't have anything, I have to get a work. They feel of being mandated, or they feel of like trying to secure your place, even when you're not certain if this place, this is Finland, is your actual place. So these are the things that this particular rule has actually created for Finnish society, which is a very good thing, and also for people to decide for themselves what they want. Do they really want to stay in Finland after graduation? They have years to try other places and decide for themselves if they really want to stay or not. And Finland is saying, you are welcome as long as it's within 5 years of your graduation to come to Finland and get a permit for seeking for a job, if you decide that's what you want. If you're worried about what to do next after your studies, if you're worried about if Finnish immigration service, is Finland allows students who graduated from their countries to stay back to in their country for their studies, that's covered. They want you to stay. They want you to integrate into the workforce of Finland, and also they want you to integrate into the society and be a part of the society. So if that if you're worrying about that, I just wanted to put it out there just in case, if anybody's like concerned about what to do next after graduation. It's okay for Finnish society for you to stay here and of course continue to study, work, or, you know, leave, whatever you decide for yourself. The new rule also made something very, very great. What is that? About the type of permit that students get changed in the new rule. Before the new rule, students get a temporary residence permit, which is called a B permit, that you have as a student. It's also called a student permit. But in the new rule, Finnish Immigration Service has decided that students get a continuous residence permit. That's an A permit. What is the difference between these two permits? Before now, the B permit, when you stay like a student who has a B permit, you stay for 1 year and it only counts for half a year if you're intending to get a permanent resident in Finland or probably a citizenship in Finland. So with B permit, you only have, like, if you stay for your 3-4 years study, you only have, like, according to Finnish record, you have only lived in Finland for 2 years. So it's like half of the year you spend using B permit is what is counted actually towards you getting a permanent permit or getting citizenship in Finland. But the new rule says you can have a permit from scratch, from the beginning. And with a permit, if you stay in Finland and study 4 years in Finland, your 4 years actually count for 4 years if you want to get a permanent residence or if you want to apply for citizenship in Finland. So this is a very huge thing, because most people spend years here studying and it took them another years to actually get a permanent, apply for a permanent residence permit and get it. So this like fast forwards things for people, and you just stay here for 5 years for your studies, for 3 years for your studies. You're certain you have those 3 years already counting for you if you want to get a permanent residence or you want to get citizenship here in Finland. So that is actually a great thing, and I really applaud Finnish Immigration Service for this. It's really a big deal. In addition to these points I already made, regarding the new rules, Finnish Immigration Service also agrees that your family member also gets the same residence permit as you. That means if you have a spouse who is coming to study, you yourself will be able to get the same permit as same as your spouse. But then an extra information for you guys. Finnish society actually loves family. It's important here. But the thing is, their definition of family, what Finnish Immigration Service considers family, is different from what other people from other countries consider family. Here in Africa, we consider family, you could have people coming from different countries and they call themselves brothers, and it's fine. We applaud the spirit of communality, the spirit of togetherness. It's a good thing. But then you have like your cousins, like you speak about them, this is my sister, this is my brother. We feel that way, that's why we call them those. But of course, here in Finland, Finnish Immigration Services considers 5 categories of people as family. And they are your spouse, your registered partner, your cohabiting partner, a parent of a child that's under the age of 18 years old, and a child. These 5 categories of people are considered by Finnish Immigration Service as family. So in case if you're wondering, oh, now I got this paper, I'm going to come along with my mother. For instance, of course, she can come and visit. You can bring your families over for visitations, but of course, they are not considered as family members according to Finnish Immigration Service. I just want to put that out there. Finnish immigration has actually transited for a long duration of time. For years upon years ago, when people came to Finland from, of course, friends and families and people that have lived here for a long time, it was pretty easy for people to get here. It wasn't taking so much time, the duration of processing time, the application process, everything was like pretty smooth and fast. And people get their decisions even within days, like the decision to come to Finland for studies. They get their permits answered and stuffs like that. They come to Finland without like so much scrutiny and stuffs like that. But then at some point it started like getting like much more like tightened. The whole process started to, become much more difficult for people to get in to Finland for studies. And they started scrutinizing, demanding for more clarification about financial status, about everything about your application, and they started to take time off. And of course, more people started applying. Of course, that includes the time taking. And then, but then a lot of people started getting negative decisions. A lot of people, very few people get here and stuff like that. It was tough. And within those tough periods, that was when I came to Finland. So it was like, it was a very big challenge for us then. And then gradually, about 2 years ago, they kind of like introduced this ability for you to like get 2 years at a stretch when you apply for your first residence permit. It has never been like that. It has always been like once at a time, 1 year at a time. And then about, I think it's 2020 that they introduced that 2 years at a stretch. But then still they had you that in that rule then that you still have to prove that your financial capacity, your financial support, you have to prove it twice, because of course it's 2 years. It made sense to them. So, and then instead of like having 6,720 euros, you'd have it twice. You double the money. So, and it was still very difficult for people to, have such amount of financial capacity to actually get that 2 years at a time. So, and of course a lot of things. And then now, it's beginning to feel like they are going gradually back to the way things were, like when it comes to getting your applications, your decisions faster, when it comes to like the rules, the requirements. It's like becoming to gradually soften and be much more accessible. I'm telling you guys, this is a very big progress, and I'm happy for you guys who are going to be enjoying this privilege starting from this year, because it was tough for people like us, but we are grateful we made it to this point. So enjoy this opportunity, and I hope that Finnish immigration will still gradually make things even much more easier for students to assess coming to Finland to study. And that will bring us to the end of this video. If you haven't checked the other of my videos, I suggest you do that. They are very informative and educative. You're going to learn a lot by watching them. So see you guys in my next video. Bye.